Come find me. Apologies. I saw it click off, flicker on, flicker off. So let me know when you guys are back. I'm gonna give it a couple of minutes. Sorry. I hate when that happens. Um, we're back. We're back. Okay. Hey, Bananas, what's up? David Bartello's back. Sarge the Rager. Sorry, guys. I don't know. I saw it flicker. Yeah, I need to patch holes in my interwebs. That is true. That is true. I've called Spectrum a million times. Said, "Give me all the juice you got, guys. Give me everything you got." But I don't know. This thing, we go for weeks at a time. We don't have a problem, but now it's started to click back up a little bit. Am I okay, Bananas? Well, I think so. As far as I know, it's a Thursday. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? All you missed if you wanted to if you wanted to see it. M60 said he didn't even want to see it. Is we're just pushing slightly out here. It's not a big grand offensive by any means, but we're pushing slightly out here. Um, oh, I'm on rail. I was like, why can't I see that thing? Um, I could move a unit there just to make sure he doesn't blast this, but we've got the strongest of the Romanians there. If he double attacks into that, this could get isolated, certainly, and we certainly could just get pushed back here, in which case I'll just pull back. But I'm going to push it if I can. If we could take Krasnodar, that would be nice. That would be nice. Yes, they do try to sell me. No, yes, they did try to sell me a more expensive plan, which I got. But it didn't. It didn't really matter, unfortunately. Although I will say it's been a lot better lately. Early on, as Stanley points out, when I was doing War in the Pacific, we did have some streaming problems then, certainly. All right, so I think this is all fine, for what it is. Is it great? No. This isn't. This is a great military doctrine here, but I'm at least going to try to get to Krasnodar. If I was playing a human, I probably wouldn't do this. I will say the other upside, at least in my head here, is to divert troops, the Soviets diverting troops down this way, as opposed to just throwing it all in here. At least could be possibly a diversion. I'm not sure if the AI is that smart or not. Against a human would probably just come here and wreck this. I get that. But I'm gonna do it for one more turn and just see how it turns out. All right, now let's see how far out of this salient or whatever you want to call it we can get. Because we don't want to out kick our troops. I mean, we don't want to get going so far back that we leave something stranded out here. Definitely don't want that. And I don't want to drop back so fast that he's just right on top of us here immediately. So I think I'm just going to go from port to port with these guys. Now, how far can he can go a ways? The headquarters obviously can go a ways. So let's just start dropping the Romanians back and triple stacking them everywhere that we can. We've got enough troops that we shouldn't really have a place where we can't triple stack the Romanians. Now, we've got all this cavalry out here. These guys are actually stronger than a lot of the German, not the German, I mean, the Romanian infantry. The cavalry's been holding up better. So anyway, let's just bring it back. We'll kind of do every other hex because he's got a long ways to. I say the Soviets have a long ways to go to get down here. So let's just start dropping it back this way. One thing I do want to see, can these infantry get out? Yeah, they can get a ways back here, okay? So I just want to make sure nothing gets trapped. I'll bring the cavalry back here. Let's stack that way. Then I'll just put this armor there, sure. for now, just for this turn. I'm not going to set up a defensive line there. I'm going to eventually be back here or up this river to here. Then I'll probably put German troops in this swamp and then to the river. And that'll hopefully be our defensive line for the winter. We'll see. What do I have here? I've got more Romanians. I've got a headquarters that's got a lot of things out of command. Let's move him over. All right. Let's take not those guys. I guess we've got more cavalry. Let's bring them, oh, I don't know, to here. Okay. Here and to here. And then I'll just take this cavalry unit, and I don't know, just put it back here kind of behind as kind of a roving cavalry. That's good. Then we've got the headquarters here, so let's move the headquarters back on top of that cavalry. And then I've got another headquarters that can go right behind them. All right, so we've pulled out of the port, hinging back to this line is where I'm headed. Rightio then. Now we've got some Germans. I'm not going to put them. Should I put them in the line maybe? Right in this area, so we've got Germans in between all the Romanians? Maybe, but I think I'll do that in the future. These guys, oh, he's with them. I could bring that down there. Yeah, let's actually do that. Let's get this core all together down here. So I've got all the Romanians down this way. I'll bring their headquarters over here. Then we've got one more group of Romanians. I'll just drop them back, I guess, to this town potentially. Put the routed unit there. I could actually set the routed unit back. He's on refit. Okay, that looks good. I'll put him right with his headquarters. I could even take that routed unit. Can I get it into... I mean, I could put it in this town or something, but that's fine. Where else are these Romanians? There's one of them. Let's put him back here, okay? And we'll put this Romanian unit back here. I don't want them holding a long, big part of the line, but along this way is fine. And I'll just put this stronger unit, he actually isn't that strong. He's stronger than the rest, some of the rest of it, but we'll put him right up there. These are those mountain units I was going to move around, but I brought back. All right, now we're into the German units. And let's start moving them back here, hinging back. Now, how far to go? Well, for now, or at the start, let's just start there. And let's take this infantry. He can get there. All right. He can get, this far. And some of these guys are beaten down to a pulp. And so we're going to have them on refit. Let's put him on refit, refit. Probably all of these need to be on refit, depleted. Yep, they all need to be on refit. So, we pull them back. Let's take their core headquarters and move it back here. All right. As a matter of fact, that's fine. Now then, we've got motorized that we can move out of here. We've also got other German troops. I don't want these guys. These guys, again, unready. We're going to have to put him on refit, refit. I mean, these things are just beaten to a crisp, and we don't have freight coming up here. So putting them on refit's not necessarily going to do a whole hell of a lot. But let's get them back, back here by this river. And I don't know. We can do this and this. The Soviets shouldn't be able to get to them, I hope, in one turn. I guess we'll see. They may get down to them, but they shouldn't have much left to attack. And then I'm going to keep motorized. This is the Slovaks. They probably need to be on refit. They definitely do. All right, so let's refit that. And let's get them coming out this way. And I'm just kind of pulling these back to the south because they just don't have a lot of strength. So how about there? And I'll go back later and redo a lot of these commands. This Panzer Division, I guess I'll just go ahead and stack with them. This Motorized can come here back along the river. This Panzer division can actually get across the river, which is good. I could try to surround this a little bit. I think what I'll do is get him across the river first, and then we'll see what we'll have movement points left. We'll see what we want to do with it. I may even let's drop the headquarters back, get it out of town for now. Oops, wrong guy. Let's take this headquarters, drop it back. There we go. We'll put this Panzer division in town. I'll just leave him in town. This leaves him somewhat close to his commander. His commander can stack with the Slovaks. Okay. I mean, this is really weak, obviously. I've got these Panzers sitting with him. He's probably going to get to those guys. Now, this is going to have more movement points. It's going to have enough to actually do an attack. So let's get him across the river. That's a Panzer division across the river. Then we have motorized that could also, oh, he could get all the way into town, which is something we may want to do because I'm not sure if anything else can get up to town here. It could help if we move this and get its zone of control out. He doesn't have very many movement points. We may leave him in Z town. This infantry can get back across the river, which is what I think we want to do with it. These guys are burnt to a crisp as well. So we'll put this across the river, put him across the river. These guys can get back. We could put one in town. 43. I probably should have put the stronger one in town. Let's back him behind town. This guy's a little stronger. Let's see here. 49, 49. Okay, let's put this one in town. And then these guys can actually move, a little bit further. Let's put them, probably going to have them down here, honestly, but let's put them right there for now. He can come back to here for now. Okay, then we've got a Panzer division that can come out and around this way. We're going to need all the help we can get right here. He's almost got a breakthrough there. So for now, anyway, let's just put him right there. And then let's take this motorized. He, again, this is the one that's got a lot of movement points. It's a question of, do we try to blow this out of here first? I think we do. Now that's a tank corps. What else do we have here? We've got infantry that's in terrible shape. In town, we have infantry that's in pretty bad shape. I should check the comments, make sure you guys are still with me. Totally agree. M60 brings up the point. All these divisions have 5K. It's because they're not getting reinforcements at all because of the cut rail line. It's not going to do us. It's not going to do it to get the Soviets one hex off the rail line. They got to at least be two so that men and reinforcements can come through there. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So back we go. We could move, some of this. This guy can't really move much more, although he could come up to Z Town, and I could move the infantry even further back around here. This guy's only got 71 tanks. His 28 of 48. He's also out of command because this commander's down here. All right, let's move the command up closer to his units. He can't really move. The other command, this is 4th Panzer Army. Let's get him across the river. Uh, this is Reinhard, I believe. Let's get him up here by his guys across the river. I'm saving these movement points because I think I actually need this unit into D-Town. I'm kind of worried about D-Town, to be honest with you. If he comes across the river, he's going to have 0 movement points, but I'm not sure there's a whole lot I can do. Oh, 25th Panzer has a lot of movement points. Ah, there we go. All right, so I do believe we can get 2 Panzer divisions up there then. Yeah, let's do that. Let's move him. Hold on. Let me look at this one more time. He's got 14. He's got 37, so not as many. So let's move him He can't attack if he goes this way, but he would defend this. Let's do that. Let's move him there. He's in command. He's got 21 points left. So let's take the motorized, the panzer, and the infantry, almost completely surrounded. Yeah, hold on. I could move this panzer division back and this here. Then he is truly surrounded. Okay, let's do that. That way he almost certainly routes. Let's hope. Let's go around the horn, grab everything into this attack we can get, and hit it, and we blow him out of there. Okay, well, that's good. We lost 5 tanks, 427, but that opens all of this up a little bit. A little bit. Okay. Let's drop. Well, I don't want to drop the infantry out of there. Can he get there? He can. All right. So let's move that motorized there. This guy I've got to get up into town because I don't think that they can hold there. So this motorized will need to come around here. Okay. 2 infantry. They're in bad shape, though. I'm going to get the Netherlands motorized out of there. All right. And I'm going to take this motorized and put him into town because I'm worried about holding this. Now, that's a much stronger unit. You know, now it shows a 99 on the defense. Thank goodness. I mean, we've got to hold that. Uh, that's fine. We've got a Panzer division in there. I don't think they're going to get all the way here, so I could put another Panzer division in town. So I think I'll do that. Just in case, I'll put the Slovaks there. Whoops, wrong guy. Undo. Can I? Oh, I can't move the Slovaks anymore. Okay. 9th Panzer can't move any further. 60th Motorized got nothing. Now we've got 2 Panzer divisions. The strongest of these Jaegers, at least, is sitting in there. Oh, we still have Viking that's got some movement points. Let's move him. Viking's strong, obviously. 12,000. I mean, strong, relatively speaking, given where we are in this game right now. Let's move him out here to there for now. I mean, this is a lot of strength that they have. All right, so motorized there. Could they get in here? Yes, but that's a nutcracker situation. I think we're okay there. We're behind the river. Let's take the units off. Here comes the river. All right, we did give up a level 2 fort, but it was on the east side of the river. I'm just going to let that go. When we get out here, now we have 2 level 2 forts there. Let's put the units back on. We could, let's get back to movement points. We could have moved this motorized there and try to hold these level 2 forts. Hold on, take that off again. No, that's right. We're on the west side of the river. That's fine. We're just going to hold in that's 1. This one we're going to just give up and get on the other side of the river where we can. Now, the only place you can't do that, obviously, is Z-Town because it's on the east side of the river. But what are you going to do? He can't move up. Just seeing if I could get anything into that hex. I don't really think I can. This motorized, wait a minute. Am I having that bug? Nope, I'm not. These guys just don't have anything left. They can't move. Okay, nothing there. I could move this motorized over into here, but I've only got 2 headquarters there. That's probably not a good idea. It'd probably be best if I could get an infantry up there, but it doesn't look like I can. This Panzer division could get up to here, but I'm not going to pull out of Z-Town. So this is a little weaker. Okay. Let's back up the headquarters. Let's get him down here. I'm going to work on the who's leading who up here offline. Oh, there we go. Let's move this infantry there, and we'll move this headquarters down 1 more. That's fine. We'll put him there. There's no way that they'll be able to squeeze into here. And even if they did, we've got a lot of firepower that could certainly nutcrack that. Can this guy get there? No. Okay. I think this is kind of the way I want it. I'll go back and look at it. We've got Viking up here. He could potentially get hurt. We could put this Panzer division up here. Okay, let's do that. As long as he's with motorized. Now then, that, I'm not going to say it frees him up, but he can at least 64. He's at 35 and 40. Shit, shiitake mushrooms. Uh, we'll have more coming this way next turn. I was hoping to extend a little bit down this way, though, certainly. Um, yeah, Paul, I am going to remake the tutorials, probably when this game's over. But they'll be far more focused because now, since I played the game quite a bit, I feel like I could, you know, do a even better job. I mean, a lot of those original tutorials were based a lot on what I knew from, War in the East 1, right? So this guy could back up. And then I could move the motorized down. What do I have here? I'm double stacked. It's not particularly great. I'm also across the river here, but that's Krivoy Rog. I don't really want to give up Krivoy Rog if we don't have to. Uh, Although at this point it doesn't matter. It's not worth points. I do have an airfield here. What do I have at Krivoy Rog though? Or do I? Maybe I don't. I'm not seeing that I have anything there. Uh, KG-27's not there. Romanian's not there. Okay, KG-76, he's back here. Oh, it's probably JG-50. Nope, he's all in Z-Town. Italian fighters? No. That almost looks green, but maybe it's black. Maybe I just can't see. Um, I almost feel like I need to pull back and out of there. It's not worth any points, so you see D-Town here. Let's take the air off. 10 and 10, 10. I mean, pulling out of Krivoy Rogue's not ball game over or something. I think we need to pull back. I mean, he does have 11,000 troops. He's got 12,000, but again, I mean, they're just in bad shape as far as supply goes. I almost think I need to pull them back. I'm going to look at that a little bit later. I've got the Arab special out here. I mean, he's just roving around doing a little bit of nothing, just standing in the way if possible. This unit's the one that no, he's not that bad. I say not that bad. 49 and 64. He's got 11,000 troops, but he's got a lot of strength around him. So Arab Special could go stack with him potentially. This guy could back up. I'm afraid of this right here. This has got a Panzer division, so I think that should hold. This guy could pull back certainly, and I could go, like here, but now we're on the rail line if we're there. Trying to keep him off the rail line the best I can. So when we get this repaired this turn, speaking of which, let's just go try to do that. Let's go up here. Let's repair that. All right. And then let's get him right back out of there. This line is not important. That goes well. It could be eventually, but it's not now. The rest of these lines, I think, yeah, this would make it all the way up to Z-Town at least. But now that it's all hurt here. Now, I said I wanted to go out here. I think if we're going to try to keep anything going out here at all, we've got to get into Kirch. He's got 9 movement points left. What if I put him on rail? Yeah, that's not going to do anything. Back to move. Right, because he's on a hurt hex. Hurt. Sure. Let's put him back in Nikolaev. I'll decide what to do with him next turn. So I think this is the real vulnerability right now. Now he's only got 4,500 troops. That's not going to do it. This Viking could get out of here and he could just take a step back. Then we'd have a little gap right here. Let's take the units off. Where's the river? The river's right there. So he is protected from the west attack, but this is a lot of strength, right? I think he's pretty much got to move back. I don't see any other option. Um, he's just not strong enough to sit here by himself. The Panzer has to stay here. Viking could go somewhere else. He could go here. He could come down here. Um, or he could stay triple stacked there, and this could back up one. We're in a level 1 fort. But if he backs up, this gets really tenuous. Not that it's not already, believe me. Viking instead could go there. I don't think they can bust through this. This needs to go to a town or something. Let's just stack him right there. Actually, I'll bring him as far south as I can. I'll put him on this road and just bring him all the way down here. It's Hungarian armor, got absolutely devastated. I've got him on refit, but I'm not sure if that's going to make much of a difference. We also have 299th ID that got blown out. He's only got 2,000 men left. Obviously, he needs to be on refit to the extent that they can. They really can't, but okay. I can't get any of these other guys over here. Oh, wait a minute. Now, some of this infantry, now this is behind the town. We could put something there. He could come out here. Here, there. I really wish this motorized could move, but they got a delay point because that's where the attack was. Sorry, I'm having to think for a minute. That's always dangerous. 1, 0, no. 2 and 2, no. I really feel he's the key, but I'm afraid we'll just get devastated here. I'm going to think about that. All right. This guy for now is going to sit here. He definitely needs to back up, I think, out of Krivoy Rog. I don't see any way that he's going to hold the town. He's completely surrounded. So let's back him up one. Okay. Now then, this unit can back up one. He could have gone into Krivoy Rog, but I'm just afraid they're going to get surrounded there. It is showing I've got planes there. Now, why does it keep showing that? Let's go to the airfield. There we go. Assigned. Yeah, we do have stuff out here. Well, whoops. I thought we did. Hold on. I'm kind of learning this on the fly here. All right. Let's click back on that. Go to the airfield. What's assigned? Let's put these guys back in the reserve if we can. This is part of JG52. I'm not sure why it doesn't show up. I'm not sure if that's like a bug in the game. I don't want to accuse it of being a bug. Let's find JG. I say I don't after I just did. Where is JG52? Let's was that JG54? No, it's all JG52. See, it doesn't show that when it's next to Soviet troops. I've noticed that before, and I'm not sure why that is. Um, let's send all these guys to the reserve for a turn. We'll get them right back out, but let's just make sure they're out of here. They could probably use a rest anyway. There we go. Okay, so now they're all out of Krivoy Rog, and we need to disband the depot. So disband the depot, yes. All right. I don't think there's a good way to hold that. I'm just going to pull back, pull out, and go from here. Arab special. I think the only thing I can really do is just put him in here and pray. I don't. I'm not a particularly religious man, but I'm going to hope that that can hold for one turn till I can get the rest of this on the way. Now, this rail is already damaged anyway, so if he does get to the rail, that's not our biggest problem. Our biggest problem is him getting to the river and putting the big squeeze on us. Okay, moving down. 5,200 men. Again, just it's not strong enough, but I don't really know what to do. We could move this up and double stack. 22 of 30. Ugh, yikes. These, some of these are just they're getting battered and they don't have any way of getting replacements. Um, he is actually showing, it's only a 2 on the defense. These guys are showing 1. I actually think he's a little weaker. Okay, well, we've got motorized out here. What are we going to do with that? We could try to attack something. That could be fun. We could try to stack somewhere with something. That could be fun. Um, what the hell is the Arab special? That's what I asked. It's something you asked for at your favorite local establishment. I don't know. Yes, you can move planes, Paul. It's probably best not to leave it to this point in time, but you can. You can move them. Oof, this here and this right here, there's now a gap here, but at least he's got to go across the river. Um, I wish I could move one of these. And I'm not talking about the headquarters, which is the only thing I can move. I'm going to have to go back and look at some of this, see if we can get 1 or 2 more things over here that have got some movement points. I think it's going to have to be this infantry. I mean, he's only got 4,900 men, but he would be behind the river 2 different ways. Now, he's got a tank corps here. We got to be a little careful, but I think these 2 guys could spread out. They're also in terrible shape. We got to hope we can hold the town till we get this rail running next turn. Um, All right, down here, can this infantry hold? Probably not. They're doing shrooms out here, guys. Either that or that's a pizza on a stand. I'm not sure. I'd actually love to know the story of why that's their icon. We don't want to attack this way. That's across the river. We could attack here with the motorized. They're still in pretty good shape. 69, 79, and try to knock part of this out just to help in this area. Now, one problem with giving up Krivoy Rog is he could get a lot of supply in here. I don't like that, but I'm not sure we have a good option against it. Let's try to hit that. Yep, we get nothing out of that. I was hoping to weaken it or move it. We could also try to hit the cavalry, but this is a very weak unit. All right. Well, moving on. Boy, this is a real shit show down here. I think this infantry has to move back behind the river. We've got to give it some kind of river protection. But, I mean, you're getting into a point here. He's almost there, right? We can't give up this rail line. What do we have here? We've got Italians. We've got 94th ID, which is not in the worst shape on the map. It's at 40. Hey, look out. We could try to attack out of this, but we also have this problem. This unit's very weak. We've got that's weak along with these panzers. We've got panzers and a panzer regiment. We've got this infantry here. We still need to move other things down and get this. Woo, man, oh man. This is going to be an interesting when we turn this turn. It's going to be full fingers crossed, boys. Full finger crossings. Um, Whew. This Panzer division's got 63 tanks left. This one's got 108. I've got him on refit, but he's, next to Soviets, so he's not. These guys definitely have to pull back at least a hex. He's got 13,000 men. The other one not quite so strong, but the one with 13, they're isolated out here now. Let's just go ahead and pull them back because we know we're going to have to. Um, let's put him on that side of the river. This, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to have to look through this. I think there's more things I can do, but I don't want you to have to sit here and watch me. I think we're about at the hour mark if we add them both together. Uh, Is it cut in multiple places? Where? Um, Yeah, I mean, this is where I'm looking, right? This is the only one that's cut. This is showing yellow because the Soviets are right next to it. We got to protect this right here with our lives because we have got to get freight up through here this turn. So this will repair during our logistics phase. And then, when the turn turns, and then when our logistics start, it should get freight up here. We'll see. But we're going to wait for next turn. We've moved almost everything here. I've got to go back and look at this before we turn the turn anyway. There's a lot of things going on in this area. I'm also just going to see if there's I mean, we got to spread out. We've got movement points to come down a little bit, and if we have to leave a gap, let's say right here, and let him move out here, we may have to do that. Now we can't allow him to get, to the border, or we can't allow him to, let's say cut this rail line. But if he got out to this river, it'd be better than him getting to Odessa. So we may have to, do something like that, but I'm just going to have to look at it, and I don't want to make you guys suffer through that. So we're going to do it tomorrow. And check it out then. Thank you guys so much for joining me. We're coming up on lucky episode number 200, and thanks for all the support. Still getting, hell, I don't know, 600, 700 people watching these within a day. So I really, really appreciate that. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it, or I hope you are. At least you're watching. I don't know. Maybe it makes you want to pull out your hair. That's okay too. You can do it better when you play your game that way. You guys are great, though. I always appreciate all the comments. I really do. And always feel free to speak your mind. Sometimes if you curse at me, I may get a little upset, but that doesn't happen that often. Anyway, you guys be good tonight. I'm going to go out to dinner with my wife. Why not? She put up the Christmas tree today. We'll talk about that tomorrow. I voted against it, but I get outvoted now because she's got a baby, so it's 2-1. Anyway, you guys